So you're a streamer on Twitch. You got the nice overlay. You got the cool intermission screens. You got the cool panels underneath your stream. You got all the gear. You got the nice fancy headsets. You got the fancy microphone. You got the XLR Go next to you.
10 computers, bunch of fucking wires, sound pads, speakers, antenna, satellite, dog cam, cat tree, cat this.
Everything's running well, but you just can't get your stream quality camera wise perfected as best as you humanly possibly can. Well, that's why I'm here to help you guys out. My name is Methy, and I'm gonna be your stream doctor for the day. Sorry, Alpha. I'm sorry, Harris. I love you so much. I've been streaming on Twitch for about 2 years, and I've only had this camera that I'm using right now for about, I would say, 4 months or so, but I have been achieving the best quality I humanly possibly can in the past year by just using a few simple clicks, by a few simple steps, and just kind of helping myself out. And I want to get back to you guys. I want to help you guys out as well, because the number one thing I look for when I'm going to a Twitch streamer, aside from personality, aside from how the stream's looking, is the face cam. And I feel like this will help a lot of you guys out in the long run. And if I can help one of you, at least one, that's achieving my goal, and that's the most important part here. Now, I never used to have the best kind of quality. I used to actually rock in like complete darkness. I used to have I have a TV above me right now, and I used to have Google, like the actual site google.com, just like giving me backlight, something that I can just feed off of, so I have some sort of lighting in my room. Once I noticed these few little options, I've seen a huge amount of growth. I've seen everything change for my stream, and I'm enjoying it. I can actually watch my stream back, and I can be like, wow, this is incredible, and I want to help you guys out. So without further ado, let's get right into the video today. So this is my C920. This is what we're using right now. I actually have I have a ring light behind me right now. Even if I turn that off right here, this is what it'll look like. It's not very flattering, trust me, it's not very flattering at all, but we're gonna change that very, very easily. Now, the first step here, guys, and I plead with you, I beg, the number one thing I recommend is getting some sort of lighting in your room, whether it be a floodlight, whether it be something that you can bounce the light off of and get onto your face, because nobody wants to just come into a stream and just look at somebody with cool LEDs behind them, cool everything, but they can't see their face. All they see is their teeth, and they see the whites in their eyes, and it's never a flattering look, let me tell you. So most definitely get yourself some sort of ring light. I know you can get one on Amazon super cheap for like $20, and I mean, if you're shelling out money for a C920, you should definitely just think about spending the extra $20 and just getting some sort of ring light. I'm gonna put the one that I have. I got mine from Best Buy, actually. I'm gonna put mine in the description. Mine, I mean, it comes with the tripod and everything. I have it behind my setup, behind everything. But even if that's not doing the trick for you, you can actually just go on Google and do what I was doing before. Get a little backlighting if you have like a third monitor or something behind you, and like this right here, like this is actually looking not too bad right now. Even if we switch back to the to our screen, it's at least more bearable than just rocking this, you know. And that's step number one right there. Definitely think about getting a ring light or some sort of background lighting, something that is going to help you out. Other than that, I think the next step is trying to get rid of this right here. As you can see, when I'm waving my hand back and forth, it looks like it's in like 10 FPS. It doesn't look too flattering, and it's going to take away from the stream a little bit. You're not going to enjoy it as much. I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back into our settings over here, and here I'm actually going to switch over. We're going to switch over here, and we're going to go over to whatever we have our camera at, and we're gonna go to properties. First step, go to properties, and now from here you're gonna configure video. Now if this does not pop up right here, if the Logitech software gets enabled, I'm gonna recommend you, and this, trust me on this one, you're gonna probably want to disable the Logitech software, because the simple properties right here, this is what's gonna help you out. This is what saved my streams essentially when I first started out, when I was getting ready, even 4 months ago, you know. So definitely, I highly recommend trying to get to this setting right here, just normal properties. And from here, we're gonna go over to the camera control setting, and we're gonna turn off the low light compensation. Now, when I turn this off, I'm actually gonna put this Google back up over here. When we turn this off right here, what it's going to do is it's gonna turn off. So it's basically doing exactly what it's saying. It's a low light compensation, and when you turn it off, it's not going to take the lighting into effect. It's not going to basically try and draw lighting out of nothing, and that's what's gonna give you this right here. As you can tell, my hand, when I move my hand, ready here, we're gonna turn it back on here. You see the big difference? It's a huge difference. And this is what I tell everybody: the low light compensation is not helping you. Even though you're like, I'm in low lighting, the low light compensation is going to help me out 100%. Trust me, in the grand scheme of things, this right here is more appeasable than, you know, especially if you're somebody that likes to use a lot of, you're Italian, like to use a lot of arm movements. All they're seeing is pixels, and it's not okay. So definitely turn off the low light compensation. I highly recommend it. So that's right there, the key thing to surviving out here. Trust me. And what I personally do from here, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna turn on my ring light right here. So there you are. So as you can tell, that's going on right now. I can get rid of that right there. So basically, you're seeing like what it'd look like for a normal stream like me with a ring light, as long as you have some sort of lighting. So you're gonna turn that off right there. I typically turn off autofocus. You don't really need a autofocus, if I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's not really too beneficial for you, especially on like a C920 or any kind of like entry-level webcams or anything like that. So definitely turn off autofocus, because then it's just gonna keep jarring back and forth, and that's not really okay with me. I like to turn on my exposure levels. Oh geez, all right. I like to turn it down to, like, I would say, I mean, this is probably good, like 6, 5, like one of those. You can kind of finagle with it. It's kind of like it goes to what your stream is, what you'd like to do. I'm actually gonna see what it looks like. I'm gonna turn off this again, and I'm gonna, yeah, no, definitely keep that on. But yes, definitely mess with like the exposure levels, try and get those as best as you humanly possibly can. But mainly the main factor here was that low light compensation and autofocus. Make sure those are unchecked from auto, and turn the low light compensation off. Now from there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to our video proc amp settings. So we're gonna get away from the camera control, and what I like to do personally for my own streams is I like to turn up the saturation a little bit, give you a little bit more color in your face. A lot of people connect more if they can see your skin pigmentation. It's just kind of like a human nature kind of thing, and I noticed that when I turn mine up, I mean, you get to see the beautiful red lips. You get to see even like the LEDs in the background, the floodlights. You get to see more accent on the lighting, and it just makes your stream, it's a nice touch to it. It's kind of personal preference, but you can see the difference over here on the top left of my screen. See the huge amounts of difference when it comes to that. Personally, you can turn it off or on, kind of mess with the settings a little bit. I'll show you guys what it looks like. I typically just, when I had mine, I typically like to keep it on, like the auto, because I mean, why not? But like as you could tell, like if I were to do anything else, like say, I'd probably keep it around 3800 so that you can see like the lighting in the background. I have a blue light, hue light, that's above me right now, so you can kind of see that, but it kind of gives off a weird hue to it. So I mean, if you want, turn that on, but usually I just turn that off. And other than that, that's basically about it. A lot of it, like the backlight compensation, you can turn that on, but for some reason mine's not turning on. Usually I would turn that off, as well, like when I'm going through my settings. I'm not sure. I'm using a different C920 at the moment. Maybe if yours has the option, I would probably turn it off. It doesn't make too much of a difference, but I think when I was first getting started, it helped me a lot to turn mine off. But yes, this is basically it. So you literally, I'm gonna apply, go over here, and so this is what it looks like now. Like, it's great lighting. When I move my hand, you don't see just a bunch of nothing, and you get to see the lighting in the background. I think it's a great option here. Let me actually, I'll even turn down the my ring light quality or my ring lighting a little bit. Maybe change the colorage a little bit, just like that. Now, to compare it to like my normal DSLR, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do that. I mean, obviously it's $1,000 camera over here versus a C920 like this, but at the end of the day, it's all about improving your quality on your stream and going from looking like a bright white blob or super dark background, or when you're moving your arms around, you're flailing around and no one knows what's happening, to getting something simple like this, something that builds your quality, something that people will notice the difference. I'm telling you right now, these things people will notice, and I swear you will thank me. You will thank yourself for clicking on this video, for changing your settings and just kind of working with it. But definitely, if I can tell you guys anything, if we could take anything from this video, it is go to your configure settings and turn off low light compensation. All right, maybe add some saturation. Those two things are the things that are going to make your stream look the absolute worst. I'm not sure why C920 does it. I get why they do it, but at the same time, it's just, it doesn't help your stream at all. But yes, if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like. I really do appreciate it. It is kind of something a little bit different. Like I said, I wanted to give back to you guys because I don't know what that was. I wanted to give back to you guys because like I said, I was in the same boat. I was lost when it came to my streaming quality, when it came to my video quality, and I feel like a lot of people can take away and be like, hey, this is pretty cool. I like this a lot, and you're going to notice the difference. But other than that, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I go live literally almost every single day, so just come down. I have my my Twitch in the description, as well as my Discord. In case you guys have any questions, hop in, go to the general chat, just say, hey, I'm having trouble with this, and I'm gonna try my best to try and help you guys out with that. But other than that, thank you guys so much. This has been X Methy. Talk to you in the next video. Peace.